Doing this morning?
Great.
I said, how you all doing this morning?
Great.
Okay, one more time. How you all doing this morning?
Great.
All right, good. Just work those muscles. So that's why I came to chat with each table. Welcome. You can do your registration and get started over there. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to the volunteers, Amy and Beatrice, for organizing and inviting me for this event. I'm so happy to see you guys as immigrants. I'm an immigrant myself. My name is Peter Akarakiri. I've been an immigrant 2 times now, once in the UK and once in Canada. So I went to UK to do my undergrad degree, and after 17 years, I actually went back to do my master's in artificial intelligence. So it's never too late for anybody that's looking to go get a master's or anything like that. Don't you think you're too old or too young, or it's too late, okay? And I ended up getting a distinction in AI, so that was a few years ago. That actually happened during COVID, so I had to travel with all the COVID mess and all of that. I'm so glad that it's over. So what we're going to be talking about today is 0 to 70,000 in 4 months. And the subtitle here, you already know, getting a job as a software engineer or software developer, no matter how you want to call it, okay? So that's the goal. I've spoken to a number of you. Some of you are just getting started. You just got into Canada, which is okay, or you have experience in Java, or you were doing Silverlight and all of that. That's okay. Right? So I can see a lot of people are just getting started, or they just want to get their foot into the door, okay? So let's start with a quote by Laozi, which says, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." So the talk today is going to be more focused, it's going to be practical, because I know that a lot of you guys, you know what you're doing. You're already technical, right? So you just want to get it. Right, so I'll try and focus on that today. Okay, so that you guys know, okay, I know what I'm talking about. Build a bit of credibility here. I've been in the software industry for over 15 years, and I've worked with 3 publicly traded companies. Goodrich is one of them. That's in the UK. They do aerospace and all of that. Panasonic, believe you me, Panasonic used to design mobile applications and all of that. They used to build phones, if anybody remembers Panasonic phones. Yep. So then I worked for Trimble. So that was a company that I actually got headhunted when my wife and I used to live in Vancouver. They headhunted me, believe that, to come and work in Kamloops. So that was my first job in Kamloops. Then I've worked across multiple industries. You can read them. I'm not going to bore you with all of that. So that's a little bit about me. So let's look at the job market today. There is demand, no doubt, for software engineers or software developers. There is demand. Right? From 2020 to 2022, there's according to Job Bank, you can see there's a major labor shortage, right? So what does that mean for you and I? It means there's opportunity in this industry to actually make your mark. So don't believe anything you see that, there's nothing going on in the job market. There is a labor shortage, and I can see that happening right now, just because a lot of Canadians are not going to university to go study this deeply technical field, right? According to WorkBC, the annual earnings is 6 figures, minimum. Okay, you need to obviously have some experience for you to get there. So you're looking at, for sure. Even though I titled it 0 to 70,000, I'm just using that as an average. That's what you could expect for you to get started. So if you're starting today, don't expect that 6 figures right away, but once you get a few years of experience, you know what you're doing, you should be expecting that, okay? on Indeed, so I looked it up as of 2 days ago. If you type in the title software engineer or software developer into Indeed, there's over 796 jobs. 796 jobs. Let that sink in. So there is work. So what's driving all these jobs? I was chatting with you earlier. AI is a big thing that's driving all this demand for technical skills. It's machine learning, cybersecurity. Cybersecurity guy over there. So there are people that are looking to diversify or bring their technical skills to help businesses. So there is all this growth that's happening. And one of the questions I got is, well, can you work from anywhere? Of course you can work from anywhere. That's the nature of tech. You don't physically have to be there. You can be in Ghana or Nigeria or Sierra Leone or whatnot and be working as much as you have good internet. Good internet, good computer, that's fine, right? Just be able to deliver, basically be able to deliver your deliverables. So, the way we're going to structure this chat today, I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to target about 15 to 20 minutes, right? And then we'll leave the rest for Q&A, where we all interact, we do some exercise and all of that, so that you get value out of this. Does that sound good? Everyone good? All right, let's get into it. So what we're going to do, we're going to structure in such a way that this is a practical talk. We're going to start from month 1 to month 4. So assuming you're starting today, what will you be doing, okay? If you set a goal for yourself, what would you be doing from month 1, 2, 3, 4, and at the end of, say, month 5, you should be getting your software engineering jobs. There's absolutely nothing that's going to stop you if you follow these steps. Okay? Nothing is going to stop you. Only you can stop yourself. Yeah? Okay, so let's get into it. First, you want to work on your resume. Yeah? If you want to apply for a job, you want to work on your resume. Your resume has to be on point. So no bland resume. So if you look at your table, so that's why I have those. If you don't have these sheets, let me know. I think we have enough people. I still have a few more copies. Okay. Can you help me distribute to the people? I have one, two, to the people that don't. You can take one yourself. Maybe if you don't have enough, you can just share. Okay. You can share the paper if you don't have enough, or you can, yeah, everyone's good. You can look at the Sahid behind you, and you can share that paper. So look at this resume. So this is an example of a bland resume. What is it stating? It's stating, okay, this is where I worked. This is what I did. I've done a lot of recruitment. I sit on panels interviewing both when I was working in Vancouver and Kamloops here. And I see a lot of resumes and I'm like, this is not going to work, right? Definitely those kind of resumes, they just get deleted, or if it gets printed, it ends up in the recycle bin. If you have Google account, you can use this QR code if you can't access it as well. If you don't, you can use that as your personal copy. You just need to be logged into Google or whatnot, right? You can use that one. So that one is just.
You have access.
What's that?
Access.
Oh, you don't. Okay, you don't have access. Oh, you just have to use your. You just have to be logged into your Google account. If that doesn't work, don't worry about it. That's fine. Don't let that disturb you. It's just pointing to that resume right now. Okay, so I've talked about bland resumes. You don't want your resume to be automatically deleted. So that's number one. If you send a bland resume or the same resume to every application, guess what? You don't get in the door. Then you don't have a way to proving yourself, right? So your resume as well look like everyone else's. So let's do some exercise. So I want you to form, I think every table is good right now. We have 2, 2, 4. Yeah, that's good. So that's perfect. So every table, you are in one group. Okay, you have your own individual group. So I want you to look. I'm going to give you 2 to 3 minutes, and you pick a leader, and you're going to look at the resumes that you have right now, or that resume, and point maybe 2 or 3 items that's not good about the resume, and point 2 to 3 items that are good as well. So yeah, so I'll give you guys to discuss. So one table is one group. And after that, after the 3 minutes, you can appoint a leader, and you can just discuss. That person can present what's good and what's not so good about the resume. All right, how's everyone doing? All right, 30 more seconds. You have a leader that's going to talk about what's good and what's not so good. All right. Everyone ready? It's good that you're all into it. That's really good. Yeah, you guys ready? All right. Can I have your attention, please? All right. The far table over there. You guys ready? All right. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, we can go first.
All right. Go ahead. If you can stand up and introduce yourself and tell us what's good, maybe one thing that's good and one thing that's not so good, just because of time.
My name is Olawale Sulola. From the objective point there is too general. So he said he has skills. What skills does he have? I'm not sure. Also, on the work experience that he stated that he assisted senior developer in various projects. What exactly did he do there? Because you're trying to market yourself on your CV, so there is nothing coming out from here.
That's true. Yeah, so it's too bland. Basically, that's what it is. Thank you. All right, who wants to go next? Every table is going to go, so. Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead, Samson.
Okay, yes, so my name is Samson. From the work experience, like mentioned by Olawale, he does not state any achievements.
Good. Achievements, okay, that's very important.
Yeah, so he did not state any achievement. And then again, from all indications, it looks like he was just a subordinate. There's no place where he pointed that he initiated any idea. Right.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's awesome. So, achievement, like taking initiative, that's very important in this field, right? Because you're going to get a lot of problems that you're trying to solve, right, from the business or from the company, that you need to start it yourself, start a process. Think about design, how you're going to solve the problem. So that's very important. Thank you. You guys ready?
Yeah. Morning, everybody. My name is Enrique. Well, good thing about the resume is at least it has his name on.
It's got the name, that's
It's
good.
got a name, that's a good point. The bad other things, it doesn't add value to the employer, like being specific or to say what he's going to solve the problem that the employer has at the end of the day. All this
100%.
is about what value to the company and to the
100%,
project.
yeah.
So,
Yeah?
yeah, that's good.
Yeah?
And missing soft skills, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good one. Soft skills.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you. You guys already know what it is. Okay. That table over there, please.
So my name is Hera. So as the good things I see, this is detailed, like every aspect is covered here, like name, objective, education, technical skill, everything is given there. And also there's a flow. I see a nice flow in this resume, starting from to the end, and only the relevance details are given here. Like he hasn't included what he did in grade 10 or something here, so everything relevant is included. So those are the things I see as good, we see as good in this. The things which are not good are he is very straightforward to the point. Like in the objective, he has given just in the point form what he's looking for. He could have been more elaborative in there too. He could have been more tactful there. And also this whole resume is less formatted, so we can't see the sections clearly.
Right,
So
right.
if you are looking for some
That's a
specific
good one.
details, so we can't get it there at just a glance. And this could have been more elaborative, like what he did, like for instance, like in work experience, he has pointed out what he did in the past, but he could have been more giving more information there. That might the employees would like to see there.
Okay, that's good. So I like the fact that you're talking from the point of the employer. Formatting is a big thing. Like it's just, you have to be able to format your resume in such a way that the information, it's obvious. Every single bullet point that you're highlighting, it has to be obvious, right? So that's a fantastic way of putting it. Yeah, formatting is the biggest one there. It's not just formatting, but formatting and other things, right? That's adding value to the employer. So that's really good, great. Thank you. You guys have already gone? Okay, you guys ready over there?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Dafina. Basically, what I like about it is it's short. It's one page. But it didn't really have much explanation.
Okay.
Now, the formatting is poor because if you're going to format your resume, it has to be consistent. If you're sticking to bullet points, stick to bullet points. Then for the dates, the formatting is off. If you're going to have months and years, you should have it all the way. Not you graduated May 2023. Your first job was in, or your first real job was in June 2023. But your co-op was in summer, not specified. So it's more like you're doing one thing at one point, and you're doing something else below, which is more like formatting error. Then also, in terms of work experience, he needs to have more explanation on what he did.
Exactly.
And it's too short. You don't just say, I shadowed a senior developer. That's not an experience.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you need to explain what exactly you did with the senior developer.
Yeah, good. Absolutely. So you guys already got it. You guys should be up here instead. All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Ken Claudia. So the good stuff I'm seeing about this resume is he mentioned sort of like the skills here. He mentioned things like Git version in different languages, which also shows that you can work in a team, right? In terms of projects, the projects like a friend here just said, it's pretty simple, right? Like everybody may know HTML, CSS, but then you can't really tell what they can do with it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So
specific, right?
then it's not very specific, so I don't know what value I can get from you. So, and then one cool thing is here is the co-op experience that he has with the company. I also want to be able to see that you work somewhere and you have some experience you picked up from other people. So that's kind of like what we really want to see.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so you guys already know what to do. I hope all your resumes are what you're saying right now. Are they according to? So that's the question you should be asking yourself right now. Are they according to what we just talked about? Okay. So we say no to bland resume. Enough said about that one. Okay. So now let's look at how to solve this bland resume problem. It's a problem. We're all technical here. It's a problem. Okay, let's try and solve it. So the format I'm recommending here is called the XYZ format. Has anyone heard of that? XYZ format? Nobody? Okay. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But anyway, I would explain, okay? So we'll look at the XYZ format, then we'll look at the Resume Hall of Fame, just basically how to solve this, some of the issues that you guys have identified, okay? So what's the XYZ format? So this is a format that's popularized by Google. Everyone knows Google, right? Yeah. It's popularized by Google, which means, who mentioned accomplishment earlier? Was it you? Yeah, accomplishment. So you have to be able to state your resume in a way that, what did you actually accomplish? You can take a picture of this so that you can look it up later. Okay, I'm okay using your phone and all of that. What have you accomplished? Right. So now, those accomplishments, how do you measure it? How do you measure the accomplishment? Doing is so easy. Like, just because of the nature of technical skills and all of that, we all do things, and we work on HTML, CSS, cybersecurity, AI, whatnot. We all know how to do things, but we have to be able to present what we've done in such a way that the company would understand, right? Like, what problem is it solving, right? So you have to be able to do that. So the benefit of using this is it's easy to read for whoever is reading your resume. It's short and to the point, right? And it's just a practical way. Like, whoever is reading your resume, probably 10 seconds they'll probably spend on it. If I'm going through a list of resumes, I don't spend that much on it before I shortlist of the people I want to talk to or I want to interview, which I have done that with some of the companies I've worked for and in my own consultancy as well. I am looking for, can you add value? Someone mentioned value earlier. Can you add value to what I'm doing? Can you add value to the team, right? Can you add value to my client? Those are the kind of things I'm looking for on your resume. So if you don't state that very clearly, guess what? That resume is going to be deleted. Or just, you're not going to get a call, okay? So let's look at how to fix that. So the first one, so the title is okay, it's not too bad. So in order to apply the XYZ format, you can take a picture of this as well so that it will help you. Or I do have sheets after this that you can pick up on how to solve that issue, okay? If you look at this resume right now, so the first line, the first bullet point is saying collaborating. So I'll move this one here so that you guys can see where I'm at. So collaborated with cross-functional teams, meaning, so that's the X there. So that's what they accomplished. Okay, you have to be able to state that right away. And you can see the collaboration as well. That's the action word. So you want to start with an action word, right, in your resume. So if you move on and you implementing new features, so basically that's what you did, resulting in a 20% increase in user engagement. So I would say this is actually the most important thing there, resulting in a 20% increase in user engagement. Does anyone know why that's very important? Yeah, so value, yeah, good. Anyone else? Can you see the obvious thing there? Like what's obvious in that?
More money to accomplish.
Huh?
The accomplishment.
Accomplishment? Maybe. Huh?
The number.
Thank you. Yeah, number. That's the most important thing there. It has a number, it has a percentage. So that means it's measurable. Okay? Put that in your resume, right? If you can't find it, maybe it wasn't measured when you were doing the job, try and estimate it. Okay? It doesn't have to be exact, but put some numbers there. Put some numbers. Okay? That would make your resume to stand out when you're looking for a job. Yeah? Okay, so that's good. So let's look at the next line, the second bullet point there. Identified and resolve critical bugs in the code base, improving overall application stability and user experience. Again, so this is very practical, to the point. Okay? And then the last one, you conducted code reviews and provided constructive feedback. Someone was talking about something being general earlier. You can see this is very specific, right? And you are applying the XYZ format. So if you're planning to apply to Google and you want to get those 6 figures, perhaps consider this. If you're not, maybe don't consider it. Or if you want to wait 5 years before you get your job, don't use this. But if it's something that you're looking for to make a difference in, say, 4 months or 5 months or 6 months for whatever your goal is, then this is the way to go. So the second example of Hall of Fame here is, I wouldn't go through this too much, but I think you guys get it. Is it good? You can take a picture if you want. Is this good for you guys? Yay? No? Nay? Yeah? Good? All right. I won't go through that, but I think you guys get it. Okay? So the summary of this XYZ format, it has numbers. It has some form of percentage. Not every bullet point or every sentence has to have the XYZ, but just make sure that a lot of the bullet points in your resume has the XYZ format. Don't make it general. If you make it general, it's just gonna take you, I don't know, forever to find a job. Okay, so that's the goal. Make it XYZ format. So month 1, this is what you should be doing. It shouldn't actually take you 1 month for you to be able to fix this. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe 1 week. But I'm just saying 1 month. Assuming you're busy, you have a job right now, this is month 1. This is what you should be doing. So now let's go to month 2 and 3. So month 2 and 3 is, okay, how do I develop myself in such a way that I am ready for the employer? You have to do your own part. So month 2 and 3, what I would like you guys to be doing is building your portfolio. So this is where your skills. If you have been programming for a while, or you're programming back home, and now you're here, and it's been a year or 2 that you're doing programming and all of that, you want to be building your portfolio in such a way that you're ready for the employer. And they will be able to tell, right, that you're ready. If I'm talking to someone and I need a developer for a project, I would know whether they are ready or not. So this is where the way to be able to demonstrate that is by building your portfolio. Okay, so let's look at what you should be doing in month 2 to 3. You want to pick, ideally, maybe 3 to 4 projects. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be talking more practical steps because I know you guys are already technical. Okay, so you want to pick 3 to 4 projects of what you're going to be working on. Okay, pick, for example, one fun project that you like, that you're interested in. Okay, then you want to pick 2 real life projects. Ideally, maybe 3, but 2 is okay. Right? So if you're a soccer fan, how many watch soccer or football in Europe? Okay, good. Soccer. What about the ladies? What are you guys into? What fun thing are you ladies into? Do you have a fun thing that you like to do?
I play video games.
You play?
Video games.
Video games, okay. Video games, okay. What about the ladies at the back? Do you have any fun thing that you like to do? Soccer, yeah, good. What about yourself? Video games. So we have video games, we have soccer. So I'm glad I actually picked a real example there. Soccer fan. So what you want to do, so this is a way to showcase your skills. For the soccer fans in the house, say if Arsenal is playing or Manchester United and all of that, you can actually write a program that has a scoreboard, has a leaderboard, right? Write a program using your favorite programming language. It doesn't really matter, like what programming language you use, right? Write a program to maybe track the leaderboard or the scoreboard, right? And yeah, create a project using that. Video games, sure. Write a very simple video game. Okay? So that will be your project number 1. So now, let's get a little bit more real. Project number 2, 3, 4, maybe between 2 and 3, real life project. So for this one, you want to now get more specific. So look at the website of the employer that you're trying to target. You know, a number of employers that you're trying to target, maybe not just one. It could be 2, 3, 5. Get very specific. Don't be too general. Yeah? Don't be too general. Pick 5 that you're trying to target. You don't want to be throwing application to every applying like Indeed, apply, resume, apply, you know, upload your cover letter. You don't want to be doing that. That's going to take you ages before you get a job. Maybe pick 5, okay? Look at the website, look at, okay, what problems are they trying to solve? What problems do they have in their business? Use ChatGPT if you like, right? For whatever industry. Find the problem they're trying to solve. Now try and use the skills that you already have and build a project to solve that problem. Is it making sense? Think about it. If you are an employer, who would you rather employ? Someone that sent you a resume and a cover letter, a generic cover letter, right? Who would you rather employ? Or someone that looked at the problem that I'm having in my business and already has a solution to it? Think about it. Who would you rather call for interview? Okay? Then the last thing there is you want to be able to explain. So this is when the doing happens, right? You want to be able to explain what you did from A to Z about that project and how it's helping the employer. So that's what you want to do. I'll tell you a little story. So I told you earlier that I was in the UK. I lived in the UK. That's where I did my undergrad and all of that. And my very first job was with Panasonic. So when I applied for the job, I got to the interview. So what I did, back in those days, we didn't have online, whatnot, GitHub, or where you post your code and you can showcase everything online. So I just printed my project, which was my final year project in university, just printed it out, right? And my manager, or the hiring manager, is a PhD holder. Then he started chatting with me. I didn't have that much experience. I was like, out of university, straight out of university, right? So not much experience, apart from maybe doing a 1 year co-op. And he just like, okay, he was looking at the code that I've written, and he started asking me questions about it. Explain this, so how is this? How is this linked to that one? And I was able to explain everything, right? Before you know it, of course, within, I don't know, maybe same day or 2 days, they called me for the job. No extra interview or anything like that. Just because I was able to demonstrate that I can do this job. Right? So those are the kind of things you want to be doing. So this is worth taking a picture too. When you're building your portfolio, make sure you review your code with a senior developer or something like that, right? Then you want to make sure the code that you put in online, make sure it's clean, right? Has anybody heard of dry principle? I'm sure you know what it is, Kenneth. Dry principle, if you're a developer, dry. Anybody? Yeah? It just means don't repeat yourself in your code, right? Solid principles, those are a way to demonstrate that your code is clean, right? You want to make sure the code that you put in online, it follows all these principles. Don't be repeating yourself. Make sure it's clean. Then I already mentioned putting your code online. So you go to GitHub, right? That's where developers put their code. Put your projects online. So I mentioned earlier, do fun projects. Do 2 to 3 projects that are solving the different employers' problem. Put it online. Okay, then you could go further as well. Be a thought leader on LinkedIn, just to get your profile out there, because you want to market yourself as well. You don't want to be just quiet and no one knows who you are. Okay? So we've talked about your resume, no bland resume, right? Month 2 to 3, you're building your portfolio, you're building your skills for the employer to be able to see, for you to demonstrate to the employer that you know your stuff. You don't have to know everything, but at least demonstrate that you know something. Okay? Month 4, then what do you do when you're doing your application? I hear people sending resumes online, sending resume, and they haven't gotten anything yet. I've spoken to a few of you. How do you actually go about when you're applying? So you create 2 columns. You look at the job requirement, right? Then you, Column 1 is the job requirement. Column 2 is how do you meet the requirement. So this is getting really specific. Is this been helpful, guys? Yeah? Is this been helpful? Maybe worth taking a picture for this slide and the next one, right? I mentioned about not sending resumes blindly. Then you want to spend, 1 to 2 hours researching the company. I'm sure a number of you probably do that. People that are already taken with the field. You want to look at the company, like what's the problem? Look at the Facebook page. Look at the LinkedIn profile. Look at the Twitter or X these days, right? Look at the X platform. Look at what they're posting online, right? You want to research the company. Then you want to customize your resume for each application. Here, quality is better than quantity, depending on how fast you want it. If you don't want it very fast, sure, you can be sending, the same resume for every job, right? This is worth taking a picture too. What are the issues that the potential employer is facing? Employers on a typical day, they face so many issues. Payroll, timesheets, billing. There's so many issues that they face. Or they want to grow their company and all of that. Maybe that's their target. You can't work on everything, but pick one. Create a project solving that issue. Am I making sense?
Absolutely.
If you're an employer, who would you rather have? Someone with a bland resume or someone that's proposing that this is a solution to one of the issues I'm facing? Review the code with a senior software engineer. Find a friend or whatnot. You guys have my card. I'll throw it in that you guys can contact me if you want your resume or your project. Maybe don't send me your resume. Actually, send me your project. I want to see your project. Okay? What you've done. Because I know that would skyrocket the amount of time or shorten the amount of time it takes you to finding a job. Post the code on GitHub. Make sure it's good. All right? So the last one here is the last part when you're applying. This is super important. This is super important. Record a video demonstrating the issue, the problem that you've identified in the previous slide. Record a video with your solution. This works, guys. It works. I was recruiting for a job probably 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, for a work. I had a client and all of that, and I had to recruit because I didn't have that much time to work on a project. When I posted I think it was Craigslist or something like that, I posted the application. A lot of the people that contacted me for this job, they said, "Oh, I can do it." I'm like, "Okay, sure, you can do it, but show me." This is how you show the employer what you do. Show them. Don't tell them that you can do the job. No one cares. No one cares that you have a master's in this. No one cares you have a master's in AI or you're doing data science. No one cares. What the employer cares about is, can you solve my problem? Can you make me money? Can you help me grow? That's what they care about. So demonstrate that by showing them. Record a video. Upload a video to YouTube if you want. It's a private mode on YouTube, right? Anyone knows that? Yeah, there's a private mode where you can upload a video on YouTube and it's not public to the whole world. It's just private, and just send them a link and put that link in your cover letter. Is anyone doing this right now? Is anyone following this step right now when you're applying for jobs, or you just sending resume out?
Yes.
You are?
No.
No?
Resumes.
What's that?
Sending resumes.
Just sending resumes. Is anyone else doing the steps I just highlighted to you?
I did once, like, they requested the video.
They request. Okay, good. Very smart employer.
Yeah. I think it was for forgot, I think City of Victoria.
Mhm.
So I forgot.
Yeah, so that's a municipality, right? Yeah, they requested a video.
Yeah.
So some employers are actually preempting this. They're asking you to send a video. So what I'm telling you right now, it works. So back to my story earlier about the project I was recruiting for, the guy that I gave the job to, all the things I just stated there, in the previous slides, that's what he did. I reviewed his code on GitHub, right? I noticed his code was clean. There's not a lot of duplication in his code, right? It's kind of like the way I would write code, right? He recorded a video. I gave him a project, same as what he's saying. I gave him a project. I'm like, okay, work on this, tiny task, right? And I reviewed the code. I saw the video, and I noticed the work is good. His code is good. Guess who I recruited for the job? All the other guys I was saying, oh, I can do this. I have 10 years of experience, right? No, they're not going to get a job. So, 0 to 70K in 4 months. This is how you do it. There's no reason to make it very complicated. It's not complicated. So make sure your resume is not bland. You work on your portfolio, because I know you guys already have technical background. So I don't have a problem with that. You just have to present it. You have to market yourself. Portfolio is how you do that. Then you apply. And you apply by not applying in a generic manner. You apply in such a way that you're very specific and you use the problem the employer is trying to solve. All right.